Cancelled.
Schweezy.
Let's jump right into it.
Let's just jump into it.
Why are younger generations so obsessed with broadcasting that they are not straight? So a couple of days ago, my girlfriend got this message from one of our younger friends. She's around 21, we are 26. This friend was trying to convince my girlfriend that she can be bisexual without actually having done anything with another girl. Just checking girls out is enough. She says so my girlfriend should just claim being bisexual. What she didn't know is that my girlfriend already is bi and had a relationship with another girl, but she kept it private, not telling everybody because she sees no point in doing so. As we laughed at her attempt to explain bisexuality, this question just popped into my head. Why do people, younger generations especially, feel the need to broadcast their sexual orientation so much to the point where it's starting to look more like a religion? To give you an example, this girl went to a New Year's Eve party with her boyfriend. The party WhatsApp group had her name New Year's Eve Gay Edition, and the description read, "Every straight person discovered will be kicked out." So she got her boyfriend to pretend that he's bi as well. Is the sexual orientation the new music genre debate? When I was 15, people were split up into music genres. That was their core component that made up a big chunk of their personalities. Is the same thing happening nowadays with sexual orientations? I am aware of the fact that some people really are bi or gay, etc. I'm talking about only a segment of the LGBTQ community. And again, I'm not trying to downplay sexual orientations, but just saying that you're bi to me seems exactly as easy as saying you listen to X genre and proof there you have it. A crowd of people just like you based only on sexual orientation really to accept you for who you truly are. I said this like last year sometime, or maybe the year before, the 2020. It's somewhere on this podcast. There's examples of me saying this, but I think it maybe in last June during Pride Month, I said something like, people are just, I was making a joke about how I was going to wish everyone a happy Pride Month, but I haven't figured out how to make it about me yet. And then I made the jokes like, I could just tell people I'm bisexual and then never do anything with a guy. And yeah, and I think this is saying a lot of things like that, and I think this is what I had to say a lot, that people are just pretending to be bisexual just because it fit in and be cool. Because I've mentioned this a little bit on many other times before, but I feel like there's so many people out there who are just who have no talent but kind of want to be famous and have their own specific identity. But I'm going to be honest, not everyone's built different like me. Not everyone can be built different, and yeah, so I think like people thinking, and honestly, like right now being gay or being bi or being pan or whatever you are or non-binary, it's very in right now with the kids. It is, and
What?
I know that's what you're thinking. It's very in, and I don't understand it, but I'm a straight guy, and I know most of you are probably thinking, "Oh, this guy's gay." I listened to you try to explain how sex works earlier? You're probably gay. So, and I don't care if someone's calling me gay, because like, and honestly, that's a weird thing, is like, you get so upset, it's like, "Oh, you're gay." I'm like, yeah, you don't get to control who I fuck. So, go ask yo mama. Yeah, so I always thought that was weird, but, yeah, I guess it's just hip to be, to be in the LGBTQ community, and I always thought, yeah, and I hate the idea that they have to be this whole separate community, because as a Garth Brooks billboard would say, there's only one race, and that's mankind, and all people all taste the same no matter what race. I just assume he really meant, but yeah, I don't know. So I don't know, this idea, it's like this, I don't know, I feel like being LGBTQ or whatever is like supposedly this certain club or whatever. And sometimes people just want to be in. I feel like saying you're bisexual is like an easy way in, because you can just be like, I'm bisexual, but then like you don't have to prove it. Like no one's gonna ask you to prove it. And even being gay and stuff like that, like no one's gonna be like, prove it. And if you do, you are. There's a lot of problems in your life that you need to question how you got to the point where you're asking someone to prove their sexuality. Because at the end of the day, and I always think it's weird with sexuality, at the end of the day, no one really needs to know who you're fucking. No one needs to know what your kinks are and everything, unless it is little boys. and little girls, then we have to know that kink. Then we can murder you and make sure you don't reproduce. And we gotta, I don't know if it's a genetic thing, but we gotta get you, you gotta leave this society for the rest of your life. You gotta leave.
That's rough, buddy.
That is a weird thing. I thought it was really funny if you have to work with, if you're like applying for a job with like kids or whatever, and then like, I think it'd be really funny to put on like a questionnaire. It's like, what are your sexual kinks? And then you type in your sexual kinks, and then you're like, MILFs. And if you see that, they're like, oh, thank God, you're hired. Shit like that. I don't think that's really appropriate for like a job interview, but I thought it would be kind of funny in regards to like working with kids. What are you into? MILFs? Are you into MILFs? Absolutely. Anyways, I just think it's people think being LGBT is cool, and so I think people are just kind of wanting to do whatever they can to kind of get in, be like, I'm non-binary, I'm gonna get a bad haircut and say that. It's like, you're not non-bond, you're just a kid wanting attention, and it's hard to. And I'm not calling out anyone specifically, just FYI, because everyone's different. Everybody poops. Doesn't matter what gender you are, everyone poops. And that's a fact. Hey, you just finished one of the many, many highlights from Cancel Schweezy. We got plenty more on the channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you like what you just watched, go ahead and smash that like button as well. Go subscribe for more so we can teach you how to be a better human in our world. So yeah, stay awesome.